been kidnapped.
Alan, please help me.
Alice?
You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife again.
I can't tell anyone except my agent Barry.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her! You're my best friend, and I'm worried that you're not right in the head.
The ransom is a manuscript I supposedly wrote that's coming true before my eyes.
It happened just the way it was on that page. So dark.
I have found only a few scattered pages.
I want the entire manuscript.
The deadline is in 2 days.
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Good girl.
How the hell did she get her hands on the manuscript anyway?
I don't know. She's resourceful. I told you you were too hard on her. Listen, I found out all sorts of interesting stuff while I was digging around.
Yeah.
Mr. Wake, it's Sheriff Breaker. We have an FBI agent here, Agent Nightingale.
FBI?
He's anxious to see you. You'd better come to the station.
Okay, I'll be right over, Sheriff. Let's make this quick, huh?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl. Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
That doesn't mean that will come up here and there. Oh yeah, if I remember correctly, I only ever got to probably this.
Barbara Jagger drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Well, mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Hang on just a minute. Why does your voice sound so monotone? You're not normally this monotone, just like saying, hello there. My name is so-and-so, and welcome. No, he does sound so emotionless. Then again, I've actually heard of people actually doing this because they don't want to.
You have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry? She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al? Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
Oh,
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road. Barry was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
You're right.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. There was no time to waste.
I will skip this part, since pretty well for the most part, he's just gonna pretty well call the police.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Give it up, Mr. Wake. Come on. Take it easy on us.
Okay, there's gonna be a slight bit of artifacting, but I'm gonna keep the unlimited health on just for now.
There he goes. Okay, men, keep your eyes peeled. He's gonna try to make it through here.
Oh, damn.
Man out. Private, he's up there.
That's the reason why.
He's gone. Come on, guys. We need to head him off.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible taste of power and freedom. The rock stars had stirred it from the deep sleep the poet had sunk it back to in the end. When it sensed the rider on the ferry, it opened its eyes.
Okay, thank you for that, Dark Presence, and now I must leave. Get the hell out of here. At this point, I would pretty much say, fuck my wife. I vow to divorce her ass and get a better one.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster. I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine.
I think that's where I last played this. I don't remember.
Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
In this case,
there was no power to the searchlight. It took me a moment to recognize the flashbang grenades. They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Team 1, come in. Over.
Stop keeping it on. I'm just running. Go ahead, come here. I dare ya. So they don't come near it. My only option is to go in the direction there, so... Flashbang! Holy flashbang! As I flash my dick at you.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
Why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the cops bother with the trailer park.
What do you mean?
It's a trailer park. Of course you're going to have trouble in a place like that. I mean, what do you expect? The sheriff should be helping us normal citizens instead of wasting resources on those people.
Well...
Let the try to sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
Well, thank you very much for that, compassionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in. Folks, I'm gonna see if I can talk him into an interview.
Come on in, Mr. Wake. Oh, I'm...
Again, this one, different basically being is that Agent Nightingale has actually come into the scene and basically wants to kill Alan Wake. That pretty much solved the problem right then and foremost.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine.
There's a famous person there. Finally, a gun! Now I can finally defend myself. I'm gonna keep the one-hit kill code on. Just for obvious reasons.
There was no sensible reason for the power company work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Shotgun! Oh, hell yeah! I'll keep my hand in clear view, alright. Clear view of me smacking your ass, ow. Oh! Oh, I didn't know I could do that! I didn't know I can knock him up. I can knock him back. I didn't know that. I didn't know I could knock him back. Well, that's both news to me and helpful. Ooh, Simus. Gonna have a sort of a good collection here. I'm trying to remember. No. Thing is, now one thing I also make mention of is that I actually never went out of my way to actually play this game when it initially came out. Like, what?
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. Keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me. I could see a railway bridge up ahead, and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually have it to that each episode, it's its own video.
The darkness that was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Okay, guys. I do apologize for the bright lights. The reason why I know that is because I have no idea if it's a spin-off or sequel or whatnot, but American Nightmare does play off that. There we go. Climb up.
As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story. Certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Ooh, heavy-duty flashlight. Oh, heck yes. Oh, there's gonna be a call for 911, alright. But not for me. Since the fact that I can push them back, that is actually really, really useful. I didn't know you could do that, by the way. I'm trapped! I'm trapped! I'm trapped! Flashbang! 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 Pull your dick out! I do have that off, right? Yeah, it is off. Huh. Yeah. In light you can hurt them. I know that. Did I somehow... Oh, shit! Dio, no! Dio, no! Okay, Johto, where are you? Johto, please, I need you! Dio's gone crazy with the world roller! He's gone crazy with the world roller again! Bits. I'm sorry about... I know very well I had to actually put that in. You know very well that I was gonna make a reference to JoJo somehow. A car. It's just as useful.
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine.
Now I remember, this was where I last played it. The PS4 version.
The coal mine wasn't far now.
This is where I stopped playing.
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Also, I wonder if this is actually what the librarian actually uses for his Gmod player model. If it's this Alan Wake. Look at him strut there. Strutting a pose. Another vehicle. Oh, I can drive it. Well, I suppose. Vehicle controls are... Definitely enough, the vehicle controls are very simple. Me personally, I do not like vehicle control in a game that is for mouse and keyboard. I really do not like it. If enough that it's in GTA or Saints Row, or I just go flying for the windshield. Oh, pfft. I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. But hey, we now know you can die in these parts.
I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now. With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness in his eyes. You take my word for it. He wants Wake for a reason, and it's not for anything good.
Here's one thing that I'll pretty well say right immediately. If you had the power to wipe reality as you would think it, chances are you are more than likely corrupt politicians, corrupt people are going to get in on it and do anything they can. I do mean anything they can.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Figures.
Wake, where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around
You
by
want
you.
to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello? Ah! I'm gonna kill him.
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
Yay! Okay, I get it!
Maybe closer than ever before.
Okay. So far we've gotten a hunting rifle and a shotgun. What's my next big weapon?
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she had changed all that. Zane felt good for the first time in his life. Everything she did was another piece of a jigsaw puzzle he hadn't even known he'd been missing. And best of all, she made the words flow, strong and sharp. She was his muse.
Interesting. Oh, I can already tell. That's about to be a big boss fight. Yeah, but I know I can push you back, bits.
What the hell?
Not good.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
What if I could find where the hell it's going to? It's right over there. There we go. Thank you. What a flare gun. Now I have a... That's right, I have light! This is actually kind of unsettling. Not today. Oh, thermos. Follow. What's the next thing?
Some of the taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, as with the writer, it was different. It needed his mind. And so rather than taking him over completely, it merely touched him.
That's all it needs. Okay, for a second I thought that was actually going to hit me.
There was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Someone is... Ah! And I said this in the beginning, I'm playing this the way I want to play it. Give me something that gives me light, I'm gonna use it. But for the Mocha game, this doesn't This game does require you to manage your resources.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand. He seemed unhinged as he gloated. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent.
I haven't seen anybody for Wayman. That's the name of the kidnapper?
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Give it the pump action. Nope. Okay, listen, buddy. Either you give me Alice, or I'm gonna shove all of these flares up your ass.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Okay, thank you, random tidbit. The graveyard shift also may cause somebody to whack you in the back of the head with a shovel and bury you alive. Oh. More batteries. That I don't need. Really?
The place was dead. A ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Ow! Oh, that's the thing, that's the thing! Did it! Alright, what's the next thing?
Things were never as simple in real life as in fiction. I had lost count of the times I had wished there'd be a clear reason for my writer's block. Something to fight. Something to lash out on. There wasn't. I was filled with doubt. I was nothing like the hero in my books. Alex Casey had gone through his life with single-minded determination, never wavering from his goal. Even now, I was angry at myself, angry at Alice, angry at Barry. I was fumbling and I had no plan.
Upwards. Really? Gonna have to try a lot harder than that.
Anything outside of writing is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
Not that I would like to take the hunting rifle. I think I'm good with what I got. This person really doesn't want me getting to this guy.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
What do you think I'm doing, asshole? You tell me where that my wife is right now, or I'm gonna sub these.
Birds.
This cock this. Fuck! That's not concerning at all. Ooh, a service. Don't expect me to get them all.
I'd have to make my way up this mine shaft in order to go on. Maybe the machinery could help me with that.
Just getting some delicious H2O.
Oh, great. Another cable car. Just great.
Now, I actually don't know what year this came out. That the actual original game came out. Not this time. Oh, that's not a safety hazard at all. That's not a safety hazard at all. Oh, and if you do see like anything happening, like the graphical glitches or whatnot, I think that's more like basically. Yep. That's my system, because. Set. Yeah. There. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I give my. Aside from these, I give that ride a B minus. Dude, this thing's desperate. God damn, this thing is desperate. And then some. Cauldron Lake. It's gonna break. Ow! My back! I just got that fixed. Well, something was gonna happen. I actually expected it to break. Believe it or not. Oh, what's the new thing?
Maud had checked all of Stucky's rental cabins. There had been no sign of the Wakes. It was dark when he'd found their car parked at the end of the road by Cauldron Lake. It made no sense. They must have taken a wrong turn, but there was no sign of them, and the car had been there for hours already. Frustrated, Mott stood on the rotten ruin of the footbridge that had once led to Diver's Isle before it sank beneath the waves years ago. The boss wouldn't be happy.
So now their existence has been erased. Interesting. Guess I'm doing a bit of climbing. Let's try that again. Tom. Are we talking about the walk or talking about something else? Tom. Thomas Zane. What the hell? Talk to me on TV. Was it the... Somebody tell me I should... Okay, time to stop moving.
I could see Cauldron Lake. I thought I could make out the spot where the island and the cabin had been. There was a light near it. It had to be a boat. I was close now. I had to get there fast. I dreaded what I would find.
Wait! Are you? Wait! Hey, I'm here! I'm coming! No! Get away! Sorry. Please, it's late. The boss didn't know who he was messing with. I didn't know. I swear, I